If you're wondering why you haven't been able to manifest your vision of love quite yet, chances are you're overlooking this one key piece that honestly, it's a game changer. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what this is. Especially if you've done everything and you're on the verge of giving up, please stay with me. Welcome to part 4 of Shine the Light on What's Holding You Back from Love. The 6 surprising reasons conscious women struggle. So get a pen or something to take notes with. My name is Gabriella Taylor, and as the creator of Extraordinary Love programs for women, not only have I been in the transformational industry since 1994, having endured a vast history of sexual abuse, having had 2 major heartbreaks and a string of failed relationships, I've also learned how to create nearly a decade of extraordinary love. This is for you whether you're single and longing for love, recovering from heartbreak, or you feel stuck in your marriage. If you're feeling confused, frustrated, or even worse, secretly wondering if there's something wrong with you or if you'll ever be happy in love, yet you just know deep in your heart that you were born for great love, I'm here to help. So let's think about your vision of love. Do you ever wonder why your reality doesn't match, no matter how clear your vision may be, despite your incredible awareness why you're still single and you don't want to be, or if you're in a relationship and it's just not working? After all, you've done the vision boards, you've chanted the mantras, you've got the affirmations, yet in the meantime, you keep over-investing in the wrong person, or you feel resistant to dating because you don't trust yourself to not recreate the patterns from the past, which actually keeps you further away from what you say that you actually want. You might even be stuck in fantasy or wishful thinking, just waiting for something to magically change. And deep down, a part of you has even given up on visioning because it's just not working. So today, I'll be shining the light on the key blind spot that's responsible for this. So we all have a vision of love. It's the calling in our hearts, it's the outpicturing of relationship joy. For example, you might see yourself happy and content, feeling safe and secure, stable in a loving long term relationship, spiritually aligned, walking hand in hand, brunching together, cuddling. It's a safe place to land where you know that you've got one another's back. And inside of this vision, and here's what most people don't know, is that we also have a vision for how we show up, how we act, how we think, and how we feel inside of ourselves, inside of our partnership. It's where we see ourselves as our best selves, our highest selves, who we know ourselves to be on the deepest level, behaving in ways that are congruent with our values, responding versus reacting, feeling peaceful and at ease, thinking naturally uplifting thoughts about ourselves, our beloved, our dates, whomever it is that we're interacting. So what the problem is, what the opportunity is to see how you may be out of alignment with your vision of love based on ways that you've been subconsciously replicating or rebelling against your relationship model. And we explored this in video 1. But this has you saying, feeling, or doing things that you might not even be aware of that continue to keep you stuck. So you see here how your vision of love, it's actually made up of 2 parts. It's how you envision the relationship to be and how you are, who you become inside of it. And here's the key. Your breakthrough comes from how you show up inside of your vision of love. So by doing your part to clean up the past, to dissolve any unconscious barriers that you've placed against your vision, and to really let it in, this is where your true power lies. So let's take a moment and go a little bit deeper here in blind spot number 4. So if your vision of love and your outer reality don't match, it's because your vision of love exceeds where you've developed emotionally or behaviorally. So in other words, if your actions, the choices that you make, the way that you represent yourself, who you become in love, if this doesn't represent or match your vision of love, this actually keeps you separate from it. So this gap that keeps you separate from it, it's where you're not congruent, and it points to where your growth is. It's actually an invitation, a holy invitation for you to bridge this gap so you are fully aligned with your vision of love. Remember, your vision of love is actually calling you forward beyond your current emotional or behavioral limitations to stand in the fullness and the beauty of who you are. So I'm going to be walking you through an exercise that helps you clarify what it is that might be in the way, blocking you from the relationship you long for, so you can live into your vision of love. Make sure that you have a pen, something to take notes with, and let's do a little reflection practice. So first, think about what most upsets you in your current dating and relating reality. Is it that you haven't been on a good date in ages, or the people that you're attracting, that they're not a good fit, or you're dating someone that's non-committal? Whatever it is for you, just think about what is it that you're most annoyed and frustrated by. So take a moment with this, pause if you need to, and come back when you're ready. And when you're ready, now think about, what do you actually do or say or feel in these moments of upset? Do you complain to a girlfriend? Do you get all judgy, start judging yourself or the date, or do you secretly feel hopeless or confused and thinking, why bother? So next, if you were to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being low, 10 being high, how closely are you representing yourself, showing up in a way that matches how you see your highest, most beautifully expressing in your vision of love in these scenarios? So next, I want you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being low, 10 being high. How closely are you showing up in a way that matches your vision of love, where you see yourself expressing from your highest, most radiant, beautifully expressed self in these scenarios that are upsetting for you? How closely do your behaviors or your feelings or reactions match who you wish to be and who you actually know you are on the deepest level in your vision of love? And so when you rate yourself, what number might it be on a scale of 1 to 10? And think about, if less than a 10, what is it that pulls you down? Just take a moment to think about that. So thinking about what pulls you down, is it limiting beliefs? Is it these old stories that assume that you'll always be alone, or that you'll never be loved in the way that you want? Is what's pulling you down hurt feelings from the past that keep recycling? So whatever it is that pulls you down, this is where you have an opportunity for a healing breakthrough. So that way you can live into your vision of love. So I want to hear from you. What did you get from this practice? I love hearing from you. So please share with me what your takeaways are having to do with your vision of love. I am such a stand for supporting all of our visions of love being made manifest. And if you know a woman that this video could serve, please forward this to her now. And join me for the next video, where I will share the fastest way to identify and release limiting love beliefs.